Boom, boom, boom. What's up, people? We are back at it again live, directly, man, on a Monday night, right? Oh, the football game wasn't that good anyway. You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody, man? How's everybody doing this evening? Hopefully, everybody's all good and well, man, as it heads towards the evening. But there's some crazy allegations, man, and there's a crazy story that's going on right now. Uh, from my understanding, I guess P Diddy. Most of us have heard of P Diddy, man, the mogul, right? There's a report saying that freaking P Diddy has been arrested. For the most part, there's been a lot of allegations against P Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, and it's taking a turn for not good being on his side, to tell you the truth, man. Let me see if I could pull up a report or see something on here indicating that. Now, this is just breaking news, everybody. To tell you the truth, there's a lot of speculation that's going out there, and there's also a lot of confirmation that P Diddy has been arrested against sexual. He has sexual allegations against him, and that's pretty crazy, man. A lot of people compare her to the Weinstein dude. That Weinstein guy. You heard a lot of sexual. He's busted right now. Look, I'm looking at it right now. It says he got arrested for freaking against some federal charges, man. Wow, this is freaking crazy, man. I thought I would never see the day that P Diddy will be arrested. To tell you the truth, especially with all the conspiracy went down with Tupac and Biggie and so forth, man. P Diddy's like the mogul of Bad Boy Records, right? It's been around for at least a couple decades, and he's 1 or 2 decades. To tell you the truth, over 20 years, man. P Diddy, it's all you knew. Bad Boy Records, right? Sean Puffy Combs, man. I can't believe this, people. I cannot believe this. And like I said, through the whole time that I known and listened to Bad Boy music, which was not a lot, to tell you the truth, his old stuff was pretty cool. With the Biggie and everything, Bad Boy Records came out, man, right? The controversy against, West and East Coast, West Coast, and all the hiccups, what I'm saying, like with, Death Row, with Tupac and, Snoop Dogg. It's pretty crazy, man, to know after so many years that, this guy has taken a pledge and also got arrested, and his time has come, So let me see. Let me try to get something out, man. As people are just, it's breaking news that people are just talking about it. Let me see who's in right now. Mondo, what's up? Thank you for tapping in. Yeah. Saludos, Big D. Says Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. What's up? How you doing there, brother? Thanks for tapping in. Mondo says crazy. That fool, I'm telling you, Drunken Chef, what's up, man? Yeah, news are just coming in right now. It's a federal indictment, man. He has got some federal charges on his butt. That is crazy, man. This is something to report to, man. Like I said, he had a lot of allegations against him. Like I said, he has a lot of charges against him. He was being followed by the feds for a while. His mansion got raided a couple months ago, man. His kids were, were also pulled over, or I heard something with his kids were, in the primacy of getting arrested as well, or something for an involvement, of sexual charges, man. And that's one thing. He's like the David Weinstein of freaking of Hollywood, right? That's crazy, because back then, remember when they got us arrested, they were saying, "Where was P Diddy back then?" And now, he's behind bars. Apparently, P Diddy's behind bars, man. Got federal charges. The feds went to him, like, within this last couple of hours, and he has been arrested. You ain't gonna hear this. I mean, TMZ is reporting this, NBC is reporting this. It's just like, wow. And I was just out there minding my own business, and it's just like, man, I seen this little thing go up, and there was a news flash, and all just it says P Diddy has been arrested. A closer look at the federal investigation into Sean Diddy Combs. Man, wow, this is crazy. Federal investigators are also looking into allegations of money laundering and illegal drugs, man. Is it bigger than just what it is right now? Wow. 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 I don't know. What do you guys think about that? P Diddy being arrested. Like I said, there's been a lot of conspiracies been with P Diddy, man. He's the mogul of Bad Boy Records. Took over East Coast, West Coast. and within that time, made a lot of fame, made a lot of money, especially when he had Biggie on his side. Now, there's been a lot of controversy at the same time, right? We already seen a lot of his backlash and the way he acts when it comes to his popularity, man. We also seen P Diddy, at sometimes, even on lives and on videos and so forth, acting and conducting himself unprofessionally, especially when he had a little bit of alcohol. But nothing's never going to change the fact that, what type of involvement was he in when it came down to, Tupac's, death and possibility even Diddy. And like I said, there's a lot of conspiracies, man. I don't want to put, words in my mouth and, people take it, oh, well, Big D said this and Big D said that. I mean, you guys got to look at it yourself and see if this is even truth or not. Because right now it's just saying he's all over the news. He is all over the news, man. Combs was arrested in Manhattan hotel lobby on Monday evening, shortly after a grand jury indicted him. So whatever had took place at court, you know, whatever charges were against, they indicted him, and they guess they went out to go get him. Now that is crazy, you know. He's the guru. I'm telling you, he's the guru of East Coast rap, right? The guru of Bad Boy Records, not East Coast, my bad. The Bad Boy Records, man. Made it, declared it, stamped it, owned it, and now he's behind bars, man. And I don't know what gets to a lot of these, these successful entertainers, rappers, man. We see a lot of them as recent. It's just little things like this, man. All you gotta do is follow the rules, right, and the regulations, man. Sometimes you could bend the rules, you can bend the laws, man, but eventually it's gonna catch up to you. And it seems like for many decades, man, Mr. P Diddy, Puff Daddy, which I originally known him for, right, had always some type of way, on how he was running things, especially. Then he started getting sloppy after so many years. His popularity, elevated and went real high. It's sad to say, even through all the the deaths and the friends and even Biggie's death, solidified his, him being the mogul of Bad Boy Records. And now that it seems like the table has turned for for the simple mistakes and trying to take advantage not only of the system but of people. Eventually, sooner or later, man, things always catch up to you, man. And there's so much time that, what I mean, or things that you could get away with, when it comes down. But if you're consistent on doing the mistakes and that you're doing, you're bound to get in trouble, man. There has been allegations against him. There's been some sexual allegations, man. There's been some funny stuff that's been said about P Diddy and his sexuality. That's another one that's pretty crazy, right? There's stories that seem to be said that he has not traded but required what I mean, some sexuality activities when it comes to being part what I mean, of Bad Boy Industries, man. And what people would do for fame is pretty crazy, and a lot of people have taken that route and now they're exploiting him and talking about it. uh, you know, sooner or later, things are about to catch up to you. And I think, thus this far, he has gotten away with a lot of things, a lot of conspiracies, a lot of federal charges, FBI's been on them. And that should have told you itself. Do you guys remember like a couple months ago, right? They went over there indicating and saying that, that they raided his house, the FBI. They took all kinds of, I mean, there was a lot of information that was taken from the raid. And I think even his children were arrested, to tell you the truth. And I think his son, in some sense, don't quote me on that, but, the feds have been, on him for a minute. And it seems like they had enough evidence, to go, like I said, they went to a jury, they found some kind of indictment, and they decided to, what I mean, press charges on him. And now he's behind bars. Let me see. What's done in the dark will come out to light. That's true, man. Thanks for tapping in, Ty. That's always the truth. You never get, and I heard of people, I mean, how can we say, man, how much of this what he thought, what I mean, that he was going to get away with? I mean, what about the tantrums? Do you guys remember it was a while back, where he had an interview and he was crying out there saying, I didn't do nothing, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And he made it publicly. He came out, and I don't know if that was, him indicating like, man, my time's running out. I think at some sense or at some point, P Diddy knew that that he was going to get busted, man. That there was going to be some kind of charges, going against him, man. There's a lot of women that I mean, have told, man. You know what I mean, and a lot of stories that came out about P Diddy being, pretty fruity. To tell you the truth too, man. And the things that involved with all this Illuminati. I mean, in some sense. I mean, don't quote me on that either. I'm not. I mean, he hasn't publicly came out and said, "Hey, I'm involved with the Illuminati," like other people have. Mr. Jay Z is one. Just all the symbol and signs. But they came from that East Coast era. They were all raised and came out. In hip hop and rap and all that. That's all part of their era, right? And I remember even at that time, like I said, it was Jay Z, P Diddy. Back then, it was Bad Boy Records. Rest in peace. Big and Smalls. And there has been some other allegations about contracts and the theft of it and the depth of it. What I mean? There's a lot of artists that came out saying that they helped put P Diddy on the map and Rockefeller and so forth. But those are two totally different, I think, industries to tell you the truth on whatever part, but they all partake right there in New York. And man, like it's just it's pretty crazy, man. And I like how Wade Tight said that, man. Whatever's in darkness will come out to light, man, because you can only get away with so much stuff, man. Now, what the crazy part is just what are the charges? Let me see if I can look that. What charges is Pete Diddy facing? Wow, man, I couldn't believe it. I mean, what about that one incident, right? Was he in that elevator with one of his ex-girlfriend that came out like what a year ago or so forth or recently, right? And the abuse that he put on that young girl, man, was pretty crazy. You would think that that relation enough, explain how toxic the relationship was, man, and how much mental health it seems like P Diddy is going through. To tell you the truth, that's a lot of anger, to go out there and to beat on the woman. It's just like, man, so it's just like, man, there's no acceptance when it comes to domestic violence, man. When there's no acceptance, even when it comes to doing everything that he has done. Let's see, here we go. It's in November. Combs has been hit with a series of lawsuits in New York's accusing him of sexual assault, sexual trafficking, man. What was he doing out there? P. Diddy was pimping, man, And just like I'm telling you, man, Ty said it perfectly. Ty 602. Whatever's in darkness will come out to light, man. And for that's what happened to that guy Epstein, right? And then after the other guy that had the island and then somehow way committed suicide or what for, or so forth, man. That's pretty crazy. That these people think they have so much money that they could be covered with the expensives, and that's not the key. You know what I'm saying? That's not the. Are you? Hey, you bang it, the hell, I mean, Kiki, what kind of question is that right now, man? Whether if I do or don't, what is it to you, bro? You know, my time has come and go, dog. I mean, I know I look good, man, but my time has came and went, brother. On a new platform, I mean, a new agenda now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing new to the game, homie. Go check my videos out, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got a good one on my go to my community pages, man. Go look for those little shorts that I dropped. Now that you see a clipping of me back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Not no, storytelling, keyboard gangster, and the fairy tale this, you know. Just go back to my community page, bro. Breaking news: the music moguls. You see what I mean? Sean Combs is said to have been arrested, and Matt had found a grand jury indicted him. The charges in this indictment were not immediately clear. Whoa, whoa, wow, damn. Here's what you know, man. Here's what you know. You know, Sean Combs, the music mogul was curious has been. Look, here we go, here we go, and I found a little report, man. Has been arrested for sexual assault lawsuits and federal investigation. Was arrested in Manhattan Hotel on Monday, so he was in a motel after a grand jury indicted him. The indictment is sealed and the charges were not announced, but Mark, I guess a federal lawyer said he believed was being charged with racketeering and sex trafficking as wow. Oh man. I could believe what I mean, the racketeering and even the sexual the sexual trafficking as well, man, because there's been a lot of, like I said, conspiracy when he throws all these parties, right? He's out there, there's been a lot of backlash and a lot of feedback where people are experiencing when they go to his parties. And they're not saying nothing nice, man. And like I said, you see it in a lot of these videos. A lot of celebrities where he's at, they have these big old mass parties, man. And just what's happening there and taking place, man. There's been a lot of stories, when it comes to these parties. And I never been to one of these parties to tell you the truth, but do I believe it? In all honesty, I do. If oh man, you know what I'm saying? If the allegations, if the shoe fits, man, I mean, come on, you cannot get away with things. Things are always going to come out to some kind of light, in a way where, man, you're going to get busted. A statement from Mr. Combs' legal team said that they were disappointed with the decision to prosecute him and noted that he has been cooperative with them investigation voluntarily. So, they're trying to use those allegations against him. Oh, since I've been volunteering, I got nothing to hide. Right. I remember he came out on the report and he was crying to one of the reporters saying, man, I'm guilty. I'm not guilty. Why would they do this? It's kind of hard to say, right? It's like the allegations against Donald Trump, man. What's a lie and what's the truth? I mean, Donald Trump has been freaking, 4 indictments, 32 charges or however, 88 charges that he has been accused of. These are two totally different things because everything has to gonna come down to evidence, man. What do they really have on P Diddy? Are these allegations true? Do they really have people that are gonna squeeze and throw a rata, and tell people are gonna go testify against P Diddy? I mean, what are we looking for in the future, man? What's in store? We see P Diddy tomorrow all over the news. Maybe not, maybe tonight, but these freaking people out there, these paparazzis. There's gonna be some kind of clipping. You'll see some kind of images that you'll see P Diddy behind handcuffs. Maybe some tonight. Who knows? I mean, that's when the proof is in the pudding. So are we gonna, unless me, I gotta see it personally, and to I see it, and to I know, like I said, I was outside just doing my own thing. And then after I was scrolling through the phone, and then boom, I just got this clip like, hey, P Diddy's that just got arrested. He has some federal indictment charges against him. So Sean Diddy Combs, the music icon, entrepreneur, I mean, all his talent, he's putting in all his money, his hard earned working money, and doing foul stuff behind the back, man. A loving family, man. And proven philanthropist who spent at least 30 years, man, building an empire. So that's how long Puff Diddy and Bad Boy Records has been around, over 30 years. Yeah, that's true. Because I'm 47. When I was 17, 18 years old, when I first heard of Diddy, to tell you the truth, in Bad Boy Records, man. That's 30 years. That's crazy. Working hard to raising kids, man. Uplifting. He's been involved in a lot of things. Been involved in the black community, the hip hop community. I'm gonna take that away from him. But like when you start getting a little fame, and you think you can start bending the rules, man, you end up breaking them and you end up getting caught. Sometimes the rules are meant to be bent but not broken, man. Because most of the time you're gonna get caught for your actions, man. Like what's Mr. Ty 602 said, whatever is in darkness will come out to light. Also, as representative said, Mr. Combs has been arrested by officers with Homeland Security. Oh man, are these the people that are supposed to be protecting Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump almost took another bullet, or took several shots the other day. So I mean, where are they spending most of their time at? Because it looks like it's coming down on P Diddy right now at about 8:30 p.m. at the hotel where he was staying at Park Hyatt, New York. It is expected he will be held overnight, then arranged on Tuesday. So tomorrow we're probably going to see P Diddy on the courts. Man, he's going to be all over the news on this one. That is crazy. The arrest of Mr. Combs, 54, makes him the highest profile figure in the music world to face criminal charges for sexual misconduct. No way. And the R&B singer who after trails in New York and Chicago was sentenced more than 30 years in prison for child sex crimes, 30 years, man. And you know what's going to happen probably in P. Diddy, man. When they find you, I don't know how New York does it, but for the most part, man, when you find out when you're arrested for, sexual abuse, it really doesn't look good for the other side, man. So, to have that type of charge going on P. Diddy, man, and entering the system, man, wow, wow, wow. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's the highest profile for sexual misconduct since R. Kelly, right? R. Kelly was the last, and a lot of us see R. Kelly, man. I seen a video a while back. R. Kelly's in prison right now, and he's singing, he's living it up. To tell you the truth, but he's doing a long time, man. And somewhere, some along that way, man, you always might catch an individual. You might catch somebody, man, that's not going to tolerate that. So your life's always in jeopardy, man, when you have type of charges, especially when it comes to for sexual assaults, or some kind of sexual conduction or conspiracy, should I say. Sex trafficking, man, in New York was sentenced to more than 30 years. Man, Mr. Combs is 54 years old, man. He picked the wrong time, or or it was the wrong time for him to get arrested. To tell you the truth, at 54 years old, now trip out on this, man. Now Puffy's sitting in the cell right now for the most part, man. And what do you think he's thinking of, man? A few times, or should I say, every time I got busted, man, it was just like, oh my God, how did I get myself in here? Now, I don't know how much money this guy is saving up right now or how much money he's worth. But let me tell you, man, it's going to take most of his money or a lot of his money, man, to get a good lawyer and to get him out of this one. I mean, this has been happening. These charges, at least they have been, conflicting, and you've been hearing making noise for the last 15, 20 years. Like I said, ever since the Tupac and the Biggie situation, man, it's just like they always have kept an eye on P. Diddy, to tell you the truth, and other people as well. Like I said, R. Kelly got arrested, man. There was words, and there was an investigation done to R. Kelly. Look where he's at, man, in federal prison right now too. For trafficking, racketeering, code 54 Diddy was the key. Yeah, yeah, okay. Combs settled the suit with Mr. Say, and yeah, he just settled the suit in November, right? The R&B singer known as Cassie, who had been signed to Mr. Combs' record label in one day and denied a wrongdoing, but legal pressure over the next 9 months with the filing of lawsuits by women alleging sexual assault and three other sexual misconduct suits, all of which Mr. Combs lawyers are fighting in court, man. And remember, he did that to what's his name too from Bad Boy Records, right? When he was out there with Jennifer Lopez at the club, they were clubbing out there, man, and their shots were fired, and homeboy got arrested. What was his name? He sounded like Biggie too. I forgot his name. Damn, that one itself, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Stomp? Stop for tapping in, man. So this is just it don't look too good for him, man. To tell you the truth. And we're just gonna have to get some more information, man, and see as the day goes and the new morning comes, tomorrow, and find out, more about, what's gonna happen to P. Diddy, man. And not only that, just to verify and confirm that, that this guy is even in jail right now. These allegations, man, this investigation is just gonna if he's in jail right now, man, this investigation is gonna go full, it's gonna go full forward, to tell you the truth, man. I wouldn't doubt it, man, that the FBI and all these other agencies, they just want to hang P. Diddy, man. But he's innocent to proven guilty. So we could give P. Diddy that, right? All the proof has to come out. It's gonna be a big old display, man. The lawyers, it's like another OJ Simpson, man, Evie Weinstein, and it's just all these guys. But what's crazy, man, is what makes, a mogul, building an organization, man, making millions and millions of dollars, man. What would prompt somebody to do something like this? You think you would have everything you want, very successful, you have money, you have a family. What makes people, successful? I mean, what makes people, do these type of actions? There's no reason, for Pete Diddy and any form, to be conducting these kind of, actions, because they're messing with people, right? The sexual assaults is I can't see P. Diddy doing that. Why are you gonna sexually assault somebody when you have the money? I'm saying, hold on, guys, hold on. Let me go answer the door. Yeah. Oh man. Me personally, man, with all that money and that success, man, I don't have time to be messing around and doing these crazy activities. It's not in my spirit, it's not in my soul, man, to be, falsifying, man, or harming other people, or assaulting other people because that's what the charges are. As much success that you have, man, as much revenue that you're bringing to your organization and to your household and to your pocket, as long as that bank account, what I mean, is just fulfilled and it just keeps rising. What makes somebody do this, man? So it just goes to show you that not all the money in the world and even your talent, man, that people will be happy. I wouldn't see why that this guy, and depending on what type of involvement this guy's been into the last, 20 years. So we don't know what he's feeling there as as you get older, the progression, you can only party so much, man. Your success can only go high, so you can only set the bar so high. So after so many years, man, what brings you to this kind of what brought you to that, what made you go that route, man? It's just I would have never saw this coming at any day, but when it started reflecting, you started seeing things taking place, man, this just started formatting, right? He started building a case. His profile, man, and his records were just getting higher. And then his actions and the way he was wilding out, right, on video. And then, there's recordings, and he's been in, to court, many times. It's not they don't know Sean Combs. The system knows him already. It's just like, why would you bring that type of light inside into your life? This is crazy, man. The tone of defiance shifted at the CNN published hotel surveillance footage made him seem assaulting and kicking Miss Ventura in 2016. Posted by video social media was recalled behavior unexcusable. Exactly, man. He said he has sought out professional help. So it seems like all the money and that this guy has been, wow, man. Seeing like all the money that he was investing in himself, man, it hasn't really changed him and his personality. Now it seems like does this mean that all these allegations are from his past doing? Because they're bringing up like as I look, I keep reading, it's look like they're bringing up, like I said, his past, and the system will always do that to you too. Let me tell you something, man. They will always bring up your past. If you've been if you violated this, and violated that, man, they have records of what you have done. The court system, they're pretty good at doing it. Trust me, I know. I was arrested in San Diego, and they brought my charges up from LA. And despite if you committed and no matter if you did your time, right, you went out there, you were sentenced, man, you did your time and so forth, man, you come back. They still have that on record. So you got to remember, man, these all these accusations and everything, they don't go away, man. It does not go away. Whatever's on your record, unless you sponge it. But with this type of his celebrity status and so forth, man, it looks like they're gonna look at it, they're gonna be attentive to it. And see, last year, Mr. Cohn was just coming off a swirl of positivity public tied to the album, his career long and his long career in music when Miss Ventura filed a suit with detailed and disturbing allegations stretching over more than a decade. You see what I mean? Oh man, that's so it seems like since P Diddy's been spending time with this woman that he assaulted, has gave up all his resources, man. And I could see that happening. Him being comfortable, man. Probably drunk, spending time with this lady. She probably seen the parties. She probably was involved, saw the people, knows them like a book, and now she's coming out and saying like, "Hey, this guy has done this. This is what he is. He's a monster." Her complaint included accusation of sex trafficking and said that Mr. Combs has forced Miss Ventura to have sex with male prostitutes. Oh my God, man. Male prostitutes, man. I'm telling you, his Puff Daddy. There's been accusation. I'm telling you, man, of his sexuality, and I'm not against that in some sense. Where it's like, hey, if that's you, you're doing you. That's cool, man. As long as you don't have to, intervene me or have me involved, then we straight. because that's not the type of crap that I deal with, to tell you the truth. So, I'm not mad however he conducts his life or his sexuality, but I'm not surprised that these allegations or these conspiracies will come up and haunt him. Mr. Coleman's forced me first accident with male prostitutes in front of him, man. Oh my God, man. What else does this woman know? What else does this lady know, to tell you the truth? This is crazy. I instructed her to use websites and escort service to find prostitutes to participate in drug-fueled encounters he called freak offs, man. Oh man. Now that's some type of party right there, to tell you the truth. But it don't sound like a type of party that I want to be involved in. I don't care how much money you have, man. I would never put my wife in a place where, or even my girlfriend, man, that I'm dating, just for some money or some freaking fetish things or some perverted acts that, everybody's different though, man. So you don't know who you're listening to. Who do you don't know who you're investing and giving your time and your money to, man. I see that on social media itself, right? A lot of even on YouTubers, man, they come out, like I said, just like me. We come out here on this platform, man. We get some vital information. We talk about ourselves. We talk about other things, and then after, you don't know the person behind the screen, man, or their records, or we do. A lot of us, depending what kind of genre you follow, right? You see these. I've seen it. The genre, the small genre that I follow, and then there's all kinds of allegations against them, man. Right? They come out for 2, 3 years. Everybody's strong, solidified, and then next the genre takes a turn, man. You start seeing people for who they are, and then they start getting exposed. It doesn't matter what kind of celebrity status, or you could be the average Joe just on YouTube, man, or just that guy who's just on the Channel 7 News, man, with the high speed chase and just trying to prove something. Nothing, things always come out, and it's just sad that, to see, P. Diddy, man, getting arrested, or these charges have been filed against them for the part. But hey, whatever's in darkness will come out to light, man. And I rather know that these allegations, like I said, you know, this guy, if he, sounds like he's a monster, man, and his time's up. The hourglass, the devil came to collect. What I'm saying? Big D, salute my brother. What's up, Crust? Thanks for tapping in, man. Imagine how many celebrities he's about to snitch on. Like, that's what I'm saying. Appreciate that comment right there, Stomps. That's the truth. And that was what that other guy who owned the island. What was his name, man? Not Epstein's that other one, right? He's that producer, that's that movie producer, man, that violated and is on the mark on the merge. He's fighting court right now. But that guy that just, what I mean, that owned the island, man, that imagine him. So what is going to happen to P Diddy, man? We already know Donald Trump's security is at a low status. Hey, nobody gives a damn about him. And we already know the other guy, in some sense, supposedly killed himself while the security were on sleep duty or some forth. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, when you start thinking, that's why I hate to say, I don't even want to bring politics into it, man. I don't even want to beat politics into it, because that's what it comes down to, man. Donald Trump's second attempt, it's New York, man, to tell you the truth, right? All these allegations against Donald Trump, New York, it's just like they all, I'm telling you, on the same circle, on the same boat. See why? Because you see celebrities at the Democratic Party, right? A lot of celebrities when it comes to artists, when it comes to movie stars, they're all funding all these organizations, right? Celebrity status when it comes to politics, celebrity status when it comes to this, celebrity status when it comes to that. Even freaking sport, there's freaking celebrities in sports, man. Like really? Like, come on, man, really? I don't want to see Taylor Swift at Kansas City, man. Acting like she's a number one fan when, man, she don't even know what that. I don't think she knows what 10 yards or interception means, to tell you the truth, man. you know. So this is crazy, man. This, like I said, this is just a can of open worms for P Diddy, and that's why if you look at it too, there was a lot of people that were distancing themselves from P Diddy. If you know that, right? I know 50 Cent was one of them, to tell you the truth, right? Mike Tyson, back in the days, just like, hey, dude, I went to a couple of your parties and I don't like this, dude. You know, that's not cool. My bad. Let me see Yankees. Let me see a little big dude. Say, that's right, Yankees for life, man. Now imagine the whole East Coast, man. Like I said, they heard it first. They're the first ones. The East Coast, they get the news. They're 3 hours ahead, and it's just like, man. So now it's just not. Now we got to see, how defiant and what type of team, or what type of allegations more they're going to come out against Pete Diddy, man. But I know people are probably concerned and worried. But I think P Diddy kind of knew that this was going to take place. What's up, Chomoy? Thanks for tapping in, brother. I mean, with all these, they were pressing him hard. People were separating themselves, with from him. There's been a lot of accusations, man, accusers that have called his name out and said, "Hey, is this?" It's just like Epstein and Trump is flying around in his. I hope they are, man, because it looks like P Diddy's going to be joining them. Diddy, Mr. Combs' reputation on the basis of rank is uncorroborated allegation after a male music producer accusing Mr. Combs in a lawsuit of making unwanted sexual contact with him. Man, and that's what you've been hearing these last couple years with P Diddy, man. To tell you the truth, all these accusations, man. They've been headliners after headliners after headliners about him, prompting him to not. If he's not involved, physically, he's involved mentally. In some most cases, he's involved in all three parts. I mean, that girl that he abused a couple years ago is just spilling the beans on him. That is crazy, man. Mr. Combs called the plaintiff a liar. Well, of course, P. Diddy's gonna, deny it. I'm not involved. I didn't have nothing to do with this. These are, I tell you, he came out. Who interviewed him, and he was crying out there. Was it Oprah? I think he got interviewed by somebody, and now he's just like, man. Since those lawsuits were filed, much of Mr. Combs' brand portfolio has fallen apart. Yeah. All I seen was a big decline in P. Diddy, man. He has not been able to retain it and put his reputation in the good standards as of lately for these last several years. These accusations, it could be real hard, man. We already see Trump, right? Trump's are, those accusations, sexual accusations against him, boom, right? But this has to be a shocker, man. With this guy with his celebrity status and his success, where he came from, man, he talks about it a lot. A lot of people know his story, man. He came from rags to riches, man. His story is pretty prompt and pretty solidified. And now to throw all that away, it's just like, bam, and it's just like Big Stomp says, man. What is he gonna have to do to take? He's gonna be another Takashi 6 9 and start ratting on the ops. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he has connections. West Coast, East Coast. He goes back and forth. There's a certain amount of people and celebrities that still stand by him, and there's some that have distant away. You would think that this last year, like I said, when they raided his house, man, was a big indication that something bad was headed towards his way. I don't know if all the money's going to protect him. I mean, who knows how much money he's going to have to spend? He's going to have to lawyer up, man. Right now, OJ Simpson lawyers, most of them are all, if all, man, don't quote me on this, but they might be all dead except for one. You're going to need a Johnny Cochran. Oh my God, dude. What's that homeboy that was singing that I'm telling you, what's his name? The one that sounded like bad boy, sounded like Biggie, man. The one that took the charge for him, right? When he was with Jennifer Lopez at the club, and some shots were fired. And what's his name? He was arrested for it. And he even said that when he got out, that you never heard nothing from him. It just like seems like Sean Combs was just like this high dude, thinking that, oh, I'm the mogul of rap, East Coast, Bad Boy Records, and so forth, man. Just things that all have got. There you go. Thank you, Big Stomp, Shine, right? With Shine, man. There was some allegations, yeah, with Shine. Thank you, Crust. There were some allegations with him with Shine that we were at the club with Jennifer Lopez. Did you know Jennifer Lopez at that time she separated herself from him? That's always been an indication, man. When the woman leaves, she already knew what was taking place. And at that time, when you heard about that conspiracy, that's when it took a route with Bad Boy Records too. Not with even with all that other stuff that was taking place with Tupac and Biggie. Like I said, man, he hasn't recovered himself since that point. And man, who knows what other allegations will come out of that, man. I would be upset, man. Upset if I mean, if Sean Puffy Combs, man, has something to do, with the passing of not only Tupac, but with Biggie himself, man. You sold yourself out, man. You sold yourself out. You know what I'm saying, P Diddy, and these are the repercussions that's going to take place, man. Can't get away, from reality, man. It's like Ty 60 Ty says, man. Whatever's in darkness will always come out in light, man. Me shine. Yeah, the power of Jesus protects me for free. That part, Chimoy. Yeah, but a lot of times we got to make that decision too, right? It could be the simple things, man. No, he should know better, man. You shouldn't be putting your hands on your women, man. He put his hands on the lady that ratted him out. Besides all the other accusations that came out, and they were accusing him, those were just conspiracies. They were just allegations. Nothing was not proven. But to have your closest thing to you, you know, you put all your devotion, your time to. That's why I think he thought he had he thought he could go and abuse his girlfriend, the investment in her, man. Everything that he shared with her. It's just they spend a lot of quality time, and she was with him probably just because of money. You know what I'm saying? Having that security right there, and next thing you know, man, it's just on a bad day. Maybe he was just they were on a good one, man, and she was just like mad. And he introduced her to that type of world, man. Where everything goes, man. That's the type of world P Diddy was living for the last 20 years, especially the last 10, 15 hard. Man, P. Diddy, I'm telling you, even the passing after Biggie's passing, I thought it was gonna kind of slow down P. Diddy, but right after that, he went hard, man. Bad Boy, was still able to function, as I mentioned, the mogul of Bad Boy, but with with ain't nothing without Big and Smalls, but he was able to solidify and to hold solid ground for all these years, man. That is crazy, man. Hello, Keisha. Thanks for tapping in. When you sin, it comes back 10 times fold. It's true, man. It's true. So, we could see because there's a lot of times, I seen, P. Diddy has done some good things too for his community. Don't get me wrong. I seen one event a while back, though, man. It's been a while. It's been a while since I seen him do back. It was like when, a little bit right after maybe some several years where he gave back to the community after Big and Small's death. But in that part, he really hasn't done anything besides all these parts. All these last couple years, he's just been in getting, what I mean, picking up cases left and right. This guy's been picking up cases left and right where you would think, like I said, man, it's just like boom. So since then, federal prosecutors have been silent, quietly delivering siphons to potential witness as they built their case against Mr. Combs, man. I don't know if this is true. Maybe somebody could answer this, man. But if you have federal charges, I don't think you get bailed. So that means this guy's gonna stay in jail, man, locked up, and he ain't gonna go to court till tomorrow. Damn, man, that's crazy. Imagine him being arrested right now, man. Who is he calling, right? Can I get that one phone call, man? Can I get that one phone call, man, that I can make? But then again, in this critical moment, who is he calling? Who is he gonna reach out to? What celebrity is gonna come out and fend for him now, man, and and have a voice for him and speak out for him because he turned his back on a lot of people. He has angered a lot of people, man, a lot of executives, you know what I'm saying? A lot of rap labels, hip hop labels, man. A lot of people really don't like Combs anymore. So the big question is what is Diddy thinking of right now, man? Because it looks like this court is going to go full fledged after him. Let me see, Big D. What's up, Mr. Fume 209? Thanks for tapping in, brother. He stole from all his artists. That's Diddy. I heard that before too. Like I said, Shine was one of them. And there's been a lot of people, right? But at some point, him and Jay Z were like, they were cool and they were kind of working. Working on Bad Boy Records, right? Him being over there, what's his name, Illuminati, what I mean, the Rockefeller and so forth, man. So, but they have like I've seen people and celebrities they have separated from this dude, man. This is my girl Keisha. Fume said big stomps. All right, that's kid. Dee Dee Harrison, you're right, man. Stomp says Google Fume. Crusted, what's up, man? The bill is usually so high you can't afford it with the feds. Wow, but okay, so you're saying, Didi, that there is possibility of bail, but you know what I mean? How much are we looking at? Doesn't this guy have the money to cover it? Or it depends on the charges? Because I know sometimes in jail, what I mean, you can't get out for murder, or can you? You know what I'm saying? It depends what kind of wallet you have, man. I know P. Diddy has a fat wallet, people. Everybody knows he has a wallet, man. And not only that, how many people are going to support him? Like I said, but he has angered a lot of people in his last, couple years, man. his fame, you know what I'm saying, hasn't really been solidified, especially a lot of these last videos that have been coming out. People have just been turning from him left and right. Don't want to have nothing to do with it, man. This is just crazy, man. He's gonna get called Pastor Mace. Oh man, that's another one. Shout out to Pastor Mace. You know what I'm saying? This guy's worked with a lot of artists, man. Bad Boy Records, man. Hey, like I said, they got a lot of good music, man. He has contracted a lot of people. He has made people a lot of money. But at what expense, man? At what expense? At what expense, man? Where he would jeopardize his his freaking freedom. At what expense, man? It's just like, oh man, I just can't believe that. This the stupidity, man. This is pretty like, man. It's just like, oh come on, P Diddy, man. You gotta knew this was coming to you, man. Buki La Fe, that's what they're saying. That's what I'm saying. Jay-Z kind of separated himself when everything was coming out. He was just like, boom. And I believe that too. I believe that Jay-Z, he is next because I think he's prompted a lot of stupid things that he's been doing as well. There's not a lot of things that Beyonce has saying either, but there's some stuff that Beyonce came out with, some there was not allegations, but there kind of was, there's some speculation, should I say. At what expense, man? He's thinking about he's thinking about taking down Jay-Z. Oh man, you see? You guys know the language. You guys already know the history. I mean, would it bother you guys to know? I mean, at some sense, are you guys kind of disappointed, or did you guys knew this was coming? Are you guys angry? Are you guys surprised? This guy thinks, he's East Coast, man, gangster enough to what there is. What they say that's out there, close to it. A mogul, what I'm saying, a millionaire, maybe possibility billions. Making all the, vodka, those drinks, everything. Like he has put a name he has put his name on the map, man, especially when it comes to economics in the world like that, when they're making revenue. P. Diddy is not a dummy, people. P. Diddy is not a dummy. He is not dumb. He is not dumb. He has found a way to make sure that his brand has survived, not only through treacherous times, like I said, the loss of Biggie, man, but he has found ways to keep his revenue and keep his name, and his brand on top of the game, and still considered one of the top labels in East Coast. Making millions of money, man, gold, silver. You know, I mean, come on. And this is where the most shocking for people with these allegations, what they say, if it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, right? It's a duck. I mean, that's all you heard from P. Diddy, man. This allegation, that allegation, this charges, that charges. He might be a flight risk. Yeah, that's true too. Money can't pay everything, man. I'm telling you. But like I said, I look at R. Kelly, man. I seen a video of him a while back. He was there singing with all the inmates. So I don't know, man. But federal prison is different from state too. So but I would say that P. Diddy has not only friends, but he has enemies too. A lot of people in the music industry, really dislike this person, man. And I'm telling you, there's not a high tolerance, I mean, when it comes to, accusation, when it comes to violations of women. It's not, they don't look really good, man. My boy couldn't put up 10% on his $1 million. 10%, man. It says Jay-Z next. Yeah, okay, we read that one. Diddy and others with money sold their souls to the dark prince, man. Eesh. That's scary, man, because we already know, man, if you sell your soul, man, the devil comes to collect one way or another, man. Whether it's in your young time or in your latter days, man, when you think that, hey, you got away with it, man, Chamoy, you couldn't said it perfectly, man. So shout out to Chamoy, man, for saying that. Let's pretend that, man. I'm gonna give you a pow pow on that, right? My sound bar, bang 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 for you, there, Chamoy. Those are my new sound effects, eh? Yeah, it's about time people been knowing about Diddy. Yeah, man. Those sexual allegations, like I said, what's really like, a lot of it has been, his sexuality too, right? Is he gay? Is he not gay? Is he bisexual? Is he not bisexual? And by what standard? These parties too, man. I heard a lot of times people have said that this, in order to be part of, the organization, one of the requirements was that P. Diddy was putting the salami in people. You know what I mean? Like, man, like, are you gonna be part of the gang or what? Are you gonna get courted in? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, That's disgusting, people. That is disgusting, man. I don't got time to do that, man. If I'm making that type of millions, man, it's then basically gonna get back to the community. There ain't nothing wrong with building boys and girls clubs, finding organizations to help, women who are homeless with children, you know, trying to open organizations, for drug addicts and so forth, man. Mental abuse and all that. And they're gonna say that. I know they're gonna say P. Diddy, he does, like I said, he gives to a lot of organizations and some wit. He spends time out there and doing that. So he has always covered himself as a professional, a man that cares about his community. And in some sense, I remember him giving back, but that's been a while, man. Wow, these last 10 years have been wild. R. Kelly's trash too. He is, man. Any assault on women, your name's not no good. That's why, when inmates go, especially in LA and California, when you're charged with that type of temperament, man, it's not tolerated in jail, man. And you could lose your life in county jail. You know what I'm saying? Just the simplicity. You could lose your you could lose. Oh my God, man! A man could lose his sexuality in there, man. I mean, don't quote me on that, man. But I've been into some places, and I ain't gonna say nothing, man. I don't like to speak about business, what happens in jail or not. It's nothing to be glorified, and it's nothing to be really when it comes to situations like that, because this guy could come out with at least like 30 punctual holes in his body, man. People, yeah, he don't have really a friend base when it comes to that. I could see R. Kelly maybe, it reminds me of what's his name from South Park Mexicans, tolerance, man. How are you gonna clear your record from that, man? And I get it. Some people are falsely, a lot of people have been falsely, accused when it comes to racketeering and any other charges, prostitution, rape. It's easy to accuse somebody, man, but allegations like this type of professional becomes different because you have seen his actions, right? Like I said, he's seen his girlfriend beat her up in the elevator so many years ago. She's spilling the beans, dude. Now it's crazy because when they say the federal, government, right? The prosecutors have charges against you, man. They're gonna come at you with some crazy allegations, man. And almost to the point where, man, they could prove, that these allegations are true. I wouldn't, P Diddy's a high profile, and I don't think that he will be wasting. I don't think they would be wasting their time on something that's gonna go nowhere, right? This ain't no Donald Trump case right here, man. This is a high celebrity, right? This is somebody in some sense in that standard, to tell you the truth, for fun. It's boom, but the allegations and the charges are totally different on two people who have a different profession. And this one is just another shocker, what I mean, to even the hip hop community, man, and to all over the world, man. P. Diddy's been all over. Let me see. A lot of the elite of their followers are deeply involved in the Kabbalah. What is the Kabbalah? Not the Mickey Mouse version, but the original version. Their rituals are crazy, but lots of power. Yeah, there's a lot of that saying too, man. Who really runs, the things of the United States, man? Who are the real moguls? Who are the real people who really control, how this world even. Let's just say that. And the participants of people that we don't even know about how this country is run. We always blame the political party, Democrats, Republican, Independents, but who's really running this country, man? And what kind of power are they given? And what kind of requirements are they asking back, for this type of fame? Is money in the return of it is just like, the involvement. And how do you even find these type of people, man? What is the participation of these people to say like, hey, for instance, let's just throw a name out there, right? Let's say Lefty Gunplay, man. Do you think the Illuminati or these people of high power have, came to his ear and knocked on his door and said, hey, man, I can make you this, but you got to give me this? Because nothing's never for free. We know that, man. Only salvation, right? Only salvation in God, right? That's the thing that's free, man. That's worth it. Everything else, man, you got to earn it or you're going to take it. And it seems like he was taking a lot of people's, sexuality, taking their oh, please excuse me, people. I'm just saying, man, these allegations that are going on, right? Vanessa says, "Happy, hello, happy man for sure. 90% of federal convictions rate. Damn, man, that is pretty crazy. You guys already know the number. You guys are sharp tonight. Night, y'all had a long weekend, about to crash out. Didi, thanks for tapping in. You have a good night, my love, my friend, my dear. Make sure you You vote for Trump, okay? You wear a Trump hat tonight, Didi. I just played. Shout out to Didi, man. She has just dropped some new books coming out. Let's see. I hope she could come out one with celebrities like this. Didi, it'll be a good thing. Write a book, get into that. What's the mistakes and the shortcomings, man, that these celebrities come with so much talent. It's just why would they do that? The elite control both parties. Fuma, when we say elite, what elite are we talking about? Most of the time when I hear elite, it's always the Illuminati. How much do we know about the Illuminati? I mean, and what really big role do they play? Are they really giving people this type of money for success? I mean, if they came knocking at your door, I mean, are you willing to sell your soul or pay the debt when called upon? I mean, these are the big questions right here, man. The elite control. Let me see. Good night, Didi. It says, look it up, but not to be deep. There's stuff in that. If you just say it appears. When you say what, Chamoy? What are you talking? Say it on your phone or you type it in? Like what? Because sometimes I see it, right? I do see it on email. They tell you how to be part of this type of organization, and it says Illuminati too, especially on Instagram, right? On Instagram, I see it. Hey, if you want to be, I've been hit up a few times where people are saying like, oh, I mean, if you want to be part of this organization, just give me a call, hook up, and it's just like, what? They reach out to you like that under what under what condition, and how they even find you. Why would they want to why would the Illuminati want me to come and want me to be part of their organization? You know what I'm saying? Do they see some kind of celebrity status or what's going on? With that 1%. Dante Diaz, what's up, my brother? How you doing, Dante? Welcome to the chat. What's up, D? Long time. Sorry, I've been away. ¿Cómo está todos? Todo está bien ahorita. Ahorita estaba hablando con el P Diddy. Diddy is over, man. See, Diddy must, it's sad, man. It's gonna. Diddy is over, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy when tomorrow people are gonna be talking about this one, man. Now this is the stuff I could talk about, man. Because this is really breaking, really, really news right now. This breaking headline news right here. Hang on, D, and a blessed week. Bye. All right, good night. Good night, Keisha. Vanessa says, hello, Dante. Dante says, dude, what's up? Amanda says, hi, welcome in. Amanda, it's good to see you. Guys, do me a favor, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the algorithm grow. You know how we do. Let me say, hey, Amanda, good to see you. From Vanessa. Amanda says, hello, everybody. Vanessa, much love. Yeah, so let's look at the next steps, man. They're still saying right here. Let me see. What's this? The R&B singer conservatory performs as a lawsuit November. Mr. Combs. Oh, remember this one too? Yeah, check this out. It says the R&B singer Cassandra Ventura, who performs as Cassie, filed a lawsuit last November accusing Mr. Combs of years of sexual and physical abuse. Man, dude, look at this. This is lady right here, right? Sexual and physical abuse. Sexual abuse. What I mean? The only thing I think of when it comes to sexual abuse is rape. Why would he be raping his girlfriend? But I also read too that other relationship that he had his girlfriends involved with men prostitutes, right? We just read those allegations against him. I mean, what type of, I can't believe that. I mean, then not only that, we have heard a lot of times in his other parties, right? And other allegations that's been done to men too, right? This is part that, in order to be part of the committee, man, you have to do some sexual activities, man. That is freaking crazy, dude. That is freaking crazy, man. But I can't see him in a relationship, what I mean, sexually assaulting his girlfriend or making her do things that she don't want to do. And even at that point, if he could get, like I said earlier, if he could get his girlfriend involved, into the sexual allegation and he was making her have sex, with prostitutes and so forth, right? I mean, she must have experienced a lot of stuff, but she tolerated it, right? That would be the defense, right? She tolerated. So how do you know if a lot of the sexual activity is even true? It's true, right? I mean, she could go. Is she mad because the abuse that that was done to her, maybe in a short time manner, or was this the way she is saying is that this abuse has been for a long time. So she probably got into this relationship already knowing that P Diddy was this type of pervert, should I say, because he is, and this is what the allegations and this is what the charges are. But the thing is, why do things come out later? And this was my question earlier, right? How far do you have a relationship with somebody and tolerate their abuse? I mean, we could say this without P. Diddy, to tell you the truth. This is just on the straight norm, for this is just a straight up question for any relationship and any partake, I wouldn't tolerate that. But then again, I wouldn't do that either because of these kind of principles, man. For one to have standards, but for another thing, man, this type of person coming out with this celebrity status, it's just like it's a no, no. And yeah, you're right. You can't go to a freaking Oprah Winfrey no more and cry, ask for a crying shoulder, because once it gets proven, oh man, dude. Let me see. Can't wait to see Diddy's mugshot. That's messed up, Amanda. Why you guys, it seems like you guys have, some kind of, animosity towards P. Diddy. Does anyone have the courage, to put on the comment why you have any kind of animosity? I already told you why too. It's not only the allegations, man, but it's just my conspiracy thoughts. Like I said, I think I had P. Diddy had something to do not only with Tupac Shakur's death, but also for the notorious Big Big, man. And what you reap is what you sow. Like I said, those are just my thoughts. What I'm saying? Those are my conspiracies and what I think in. And since that point, I really haven't followed P. Diddy, man. I really haven't. How with the personal life, etc. I noticed you took down the Dodger Stadium video. It looked like that video. It was history video. No, I didn't. The Dodger Stadium is still there. Actually, like I said, I did a lot of my videos when those allegations was happening right there in my neighborhood. I took a lot. I blocked a lot of stuff, man, and I didn't want to. At that time, you guys remember I had to put my channel down because of the allegations against my neighborhood. To tell you the truth, so to tell you the truth, Love and Grace, she locked those videos, and I don't know how to put them back up. I unlocked a lot of them, but I had a Dodger Stadium. I just seen it like a month ago. I was scrolling through my videos and so forth, man. But I plan to do another one. There's a lot of other stuff that I'm coming out with, man. I'm just like I said, I'm not got an engineer, people. What I mean, I got nobody following me. It's always me and my GoPro, just me and my GoPro. Bam, bam. Hey, I said GoPro. Check this out, people. I said GoPro, and freaking, I see a lot of people on their videos now. They got the right idea, man. They purchased themselves a GoPro, and now they're doing their videos a little bit more. You know what I mean? Bam. GoPro goes a long way, man. Let's see for work. I noticed it. Yeah, I'll look for that video, Mr. Diaz, and I'll put it back up. Yeah, but I want to do more of things and events and historical things around my community and around LA and so forth. It's always it's just so much stuff to do, man. The time and getting the people involved, man. Like I said, I got to find me a freaking an engineer or a photographer or whatever, man. That'll help out a lot. But until that time, man, I got to do it my way, So when I have the time, things cost money, little gas here, eat, the time is the most thing. But it's all worth it in the end, though. When these videos come out and I could have some kind of, testimony behind it and give some information about our culture and the city of LA and so forth, it's always good. That's what my channel's prompt based on. It's not about that BS. I'm not gonna go follow all these hip hop artists and all this and go look for the drama. I'm not a keyboard gangster. Ain't no keyboard gangster here. You know what I'm saying? It's about the uplifting of a community and just trying to bring light into darkness, man. You guys already know the deal. So at that point, just hit that like button, man. All right, if you haven't already, but if you have, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, we almost at 1,000, and has been just all me, right? Besides with the help of you guys, man. You guys are my committed ones, and I don't ask for much. You know what I'm saying? I just ask, for solidarity. I seen YouTube channels before they came out. Hey, I see 1,000 of you guys, and there's only 10 likes. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna come out of my channel, hit that like button, subscribe. I seen them say it, what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna repeat what they say, but there's some kind of clarity to that. If you're out here and you're digging it, man, subscribe, hit that like button, and show your support for your man. Holla at your boy, you know what I'm saying? My bad, guys. Let's see. Hello, Christopher. See the industry, okay? Hello, Christopher. Ty 602 said, I think he has something to do with Tupac's. I do too, but Amanda, I do too, but he's innocent until proven guilty on that one. Debbie says, I have PTSD for all the abuse I have suffered, and the scum never was prosecuted. I'm having some kind of anxiety. Bad. Thanks, Big D. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Debbie. I'm really sorry to hear that. Like I said, you could tell love and grace, man. You could tell love and grace, and I would want her to come out here and tell you guys the true transparency. Man, I have never laid a freaking finger at her. If anything, I wanted to. I mean, that's how mad she has got me. If you're gonna put your foot in the pool, man, in the water, man, you might as well throw your whole body in there, right? And I never was, that type of person growing up. But me seeing my mom being abused and a lot too. It put a stamp in my heart that I will never forget, man. To hear my mom cry and to see my mom with the abuse, the bruises, and sometimes in the hospital. It put a lot of trauma in my life. But I always told myself, man, that I would never hit a woman, and I have. I ain't gonna lie either. I'm saying I have, but due to the fact, this was in a position where I didn't want to. I'm saying the lady was out there. We're at a certain place in my younger days, and hounding me and disrespecting. She was disrespecting my neighborhood big time, man. And there was no homies around, and she was what she came. Some girls they bring their friends, and she came to the hood, and it was just me and one of my homies. There was like a little group of them, and she was just lashing out, just why we here? I don't want to be here. F this neighbor, F this. And she kept on saying, I must have given her at least 10 minutes. I even told her to get out. I told him to leave. The friend didn't want to leave because she was being my homie. And I was chilling with these other 5 girls. And they were, once you prompt one up, and she was, and I just had her just like, hey. And it was just a push, you know what I'm saying? But I used my fist like this and I hit her right, you know, got her on there. I just told her, shut up. I didn't say the B word. I was just like, shut up, shut up. Shut up. And she at that time came with a lot of fury. So yeah, I busted her nose and she was bleeding and told her to get the F out of here. What I'm saying? Do I ever disrespect my neighborhood? And it's just like boom. You have a lot of tendency to come out. But other than that, what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, like I said. I'm not throwing myself, I'm just keeping it real. I've never touched a woman, man. And you could ask Monica, and I think she would testify, to that I've never abused her because of all the abuse that I saw my mom go through. And I don't think that's right, man. No woman should be ever, touched by another man. For one, it's degrading. Number two, men are more, what I mean, I don't know about now, you know what I mean? Because I'm not a feminine guy, I mean, I'm pretty big dude, you know what I'm saying? So, but, you never use your power in a disrespectful way. You should never do that mentally, physically. You should never use your power to take advantage of somebody else's weakness, man. That's one thing that I always thought. That's always that I thought when I used to get my mom here, and my mom, I'd be breaking. I don't know if some of you guys experienced it, but you could hear everything breaking, the yelling, the crying, the abuse, and you keep yourself locked up in the room, and you got to go out there, and one time I went out there and I protected my mom and I got my ass kicked, but it was all worth it, because you got to stand up for the women, man, and shame on you, P Diddy. Shame on you for putting hands, you know what I mean? And not only that, man, the mental abuse, what I'm saying? His girlfriend, like, okay, hey, I'm gonna go bring in a male prostitute, now, screw my girlfriend. I mean, it's like that one dude, you know what I mean? That Adam 22 or whatever, right? His lady gets, humped by, what I mean, porn stars and all that. It's just like that itself just shocks me, what I'm saying? That's why I stay away from those channels, the conclusion, what I'm saying? It's just like, man, how low do you have to go? You know what I mean? What type of celebrity status or fame do you need, man? To be like that, right? Let me see, Debbie. It's okay. I'm really sorry to hear that, Debbie. Serious, and thank you for sharing that with us. That's not cool, man. That's right. Innocent until proven otherwise. Vanessa says, Yankees, I don't know the phrase. What is it? Please tell me. Debbie says, yes, I'm sorry, Big D, PTSD. It's real, man. It is real. It is real, man. I had that incident in Pomona. I'm gonna call out name, you know what I'm saying? I seen, there's this guy, I seen this guy abusing this girl, man, and I already knew what type of it. It was late at night, I was going to the store. My cousin, here I already knew something was gonna be wrong. He's like, oh, let's go. I was like, I don't know. I'll take me to the store, take me to the store. So he went anyways. Sure enough, right when he enters the, the store, There's a lot of people in there, and this guy comes out of the corner, and he has her by the hair, dude. And she's all shaking her, and he's telling her, and he's slapping her around, man. And, I don't know if you haven't seen it personally and physically, and somebody's, what are you gonna do? Just tell me, people, in that situation, man. If you see a woman getting abused right in front of you, man, what would you do? I did what any other man would do in the ghetto, and where I had I had no boundaries to tell you to be acting right there, right? Because I already knew what the game was all about, right? She was out there on the boulevard, and looks like she was talking. They were talking about money. You know what I'm saying? We already know promoting about pimping. But I just didn't like. I couldn't tolerate. I mean, the way he was doing her. Was doing her dirty. So I got off the car, man. And just like, hey, what the freak, dude? You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. He's all, boy, he's all, mind your own business, fool. And I was like, F you, fool. I go, take your hand off of her, bro. You know what I'm saying? I go, you ain't gonna do nothing to her, homie. I go, you better leave her freaking alone. And we went back and forth, right? And he tried to muscle up on me. And I muscle up back, what's up, dog? And he just started, F you, beat. And he just, boom, kicked her to the curb. And she came, gave me a hug. Oh, thank you for helping me. This guy was gonna do this. And I was just like, fudge. So, like I said, man, you know, there is no room for domestic violence when it comes to men hitting on women. It shouldn't be done. That's just my opinion. In case I don't know the phrase, okay, right, bad. Yeah, get a lawyer for real. I say, Vanessa, you don't know, then let me tell you. Welcome to Bodega. Orale, I hear you. Debbie says, I hear you, homie. Dante says self defense is different, D. Yeah, that of course, self defense is different. But when you're on the streets, right, and you know what time it is, right? And when you know what time it is, you already have the ops on the fence, on the offensive side, because I already knew what he was doing wrong. I mean, you've seen the abuse; it was happening right in front of you. What am I supposed to do? Look at it like most people. Hold on, let me go live right quick. You know what I'm saying? And put all the that go viral video, man. Nah, I mean, I got more integrity than that, dude. F that, man. If anything, if somebody's gonna do a video and go viral on me and helping this woman out the way it should be done, instead of trying to make views or money and off that stuff, the people's will, man. You know what I'm saying? Their mindset, just to let things. That's what social media is all about, man. You talk about people, it's crazy, man. But badly though, this is different, man. We're just breaking news right here. P Diddy just, he's getting locked up. He's gonna be singing Akon's song, and there's a lot of these rappers. He's gonna be one of the next famous rapper. Blueface is locked up, man. These all these people are locked up, man. Abuser is not cute. No, abusive is not cool, man. Well, it is. Lots of laugh. J Lo was so hot 20 years ago. She's hot now. She take care of herself, man. But like I said, she went to that club, man, with Shine and the rest of the people, and all those allegations that happened. She was gone. She was gone. But you broke the cycle, thank God. Yeah, I did. I did for the most part, you know what I'm saying? But it's haunting and daunting, it's gonna stay in my mindset forever. So when I see a woman getting abused, you could invite me to a party, right? And you could invite me, and let's just say it's one of your friends at a party that and he's out there, let's just say it's their house, right? And her boyfriend or her husband's abusing her. You better believe if I see that, something's gonna take place because of my PTSD. I don't think that's right. I don't like to get involved in people's business either. I'm not going to say I'm going to go get myself involved in all that, man. But we know when push comes to shove, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. That's the whole thing about tonight's topic, man. Hey, P Diddy, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, man. So if you're out there hearing my channel, if you're tagged in, don't forget to like and subscribe to P Diddy. Maybe you could learn something from this, because there's going to be a lot of people talking about you pretty soon, like they already have for years, right? And you could take that to the bank, man. You could tell what's his name, this homeboy, the rapper, they ain't like us. Oh my god, dude, that's just crazy, man. Let's see. Be right back. Thanks for life for sure. It takes strength to be a strong man. It does, man. Not even our muscularity is on attack right now, right? You talk about women's rights, man. What about the rights of men? Hey, Kamala Harris, can you talk about the rights of men, please? Thanks, Amanda. I'm having hot chocolate. I thank you all for being here. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hot chocolate. It's getting a little cold out there. I'm telling you. I said the season's changing, man. And in this season, Uh, we are going to be talking about P Diddy's charges and what his case court's going to look like for the next 3 months. You know, what I'm saying his court case, is going to be on trial, and we're looking to see, how serious his allegations are against him, and whether P Diddy is innocent or he's guilty. Now, even though right now he's innocent to proven none, he hasn't been prosecuted. But I'm gonna tell you right now, in my opinion, P Diddy's done, and he's he's guilty, straight up. I'm gonna say he's guilty. That's just my opinion. Uh, thanks, Amanda. Okay, how is sometimes walk away is the answer. I learned that from high school, and I had a therapist. Dante Diaz, you had a therapist that helped you in high school. You know, for what though? To help you obtain or find a resolution when you're angry, or how to, like, what do you mean? Man, I remember I had a counselor, but I never had a therapist in high school. I mean, you one of those lucky ones, man. I was at the principal's office, getting suspended or kicked out. But let's see. Sometimes walk away. Yeah, but walking away is the answer, man. I've done that. You guys don't understand, man. I had to deal with a lot of Love and Grace's or atrocity and her experiences, man. If you guys hear Love and Grace's story, if you guys heard her testimony, then you guys know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, so I keep telling her, man, come out and share your testimony. No matter and get into those topics, man, that are real meaningful, right? Not only to men but women. And hopefully she could share some light on abuse is real, man. Yeah, abuse is sexual abuse, drug abuse, alcohol abuse. Abuse is real, man. They ain't no cutting corners when it comes to being abusive. Uh, even eating, right? Could be overweight, abusive eater. People who starve themselves. It's just crazy, man. 50 Cent is happy now. I know 50 Cent didn't really like P Diddy, man. Right? There's been a lot of allegations and back and forth with that too. So 50 knew, man, to stay away. 50 is a smart man, you know what I'm saying? The more I started seeing how 50 Cent wiggles and how he makes his moves, 50 Cent's a smart guy, man. And I think he's going to be the new mogul to tell you to do it right, to, be the new face of East Coast when it comes to franchises and organizations, man. I think he could, because he's doing some big numbers too and making money. Pretty smart man. So, you know, 50, you be the new guy, man, in New York. So hold it down, man. And Jay Z, I think Jay Z's on his way out too. Debbie O for the Sun Delicious 50 cents. Happy now. There. Subscribe, like the channel. What's right is right. Means right. Matter. Oh, of course, man. Of course, diplomat, man. I see things a lot of way, people. If you look at my videos, you look at my last clipping, right? That I just posted like what, a day or two. You got to look at that clipping because that's gonna. If you guys want to see who I was, like I said, I just dropped some in my community page. Go check out my little clippings, man. Right? And this is, a lot of people I've seen it, they shared it or have witnessed it, right? As far as like they see my videos before. But if you haven't, share it, man. And go check out the last clipping. That's just an indication how I used to think back then and now to where I'm at. People change, man. That's why I say, like, I'm gonna go based on facts, man. The facts change all the time. People go, "Oh, it's facts. That's facts. That's facts." Yeah, it's a high pronoun word. You know what I'm saying? That's a good word to identify. What's right and wrong, what's true and what's fake. Okay, I get it. But like I said, I'm a realist, man. I keep it real. I believe in truth, man. Why? Because the truth never changes. And that's gonna be my credo all the way to the end, to the day I die, man. The truth never changes. You know, you know, facts change all the time, man. Right? The fact was, P Diddy, has been a mogul in his industry, right? And has gotten away with a lot of with a lot of things in his industry, right? In his field, right? That's the fact. But the truth is, today P Diddy has been arrested. Right? See how things change up. Hopefully that was a good demonstration or a good illustration of how things just change up all the time. The truth was, what I mean, a couple years ago, I was 100 pounds, heavier than what I am right now. And the truth is, I'm not. I lost weight. So see how things change. You got to separate. There's there is a way to separate the both. To tell you the truth, man. One of my teachers, she helped me get a therapist. Okay, she helped you. I was quiet and angry. Yes, I think we all did that. I had those kind of streaks too in my life, in my young life too, because it was hard for me to go and talk to a counselor or an adult or to our teacher. Say, hey, my mom's getting her ass beat every night. Hello, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like freaking me out, dude. That's why I built a lot of anger. That's why at 12 and 13, I started running away, man. I started, retaining that anger, man, because I wanted to fight back. I was always going to be that person, it's like, boom. I mean, I used to get bullied too, people, you can see like Big D used to get bullied. Like, yeah, dude, I used to get bullied, eh? Until I found out what kind of size I had. And after that, dog, it was over. But I was never the bully, right? I was always a hunted, but then I started being the hunter, to my prey, man. you know and I took that kind of ego into the streets when I got to the neighborhood, man. Anger, temperament, that's a cool story, man, dude. From high school, I had a therapist. That's a cool story, man. Anger, temper. One of my teachers, I learned a lot of high school, got my diploma. That's cool, man. That's cool, man. Despite through all the trials, right, and all the heartaches, man, and the things, like I said, a lot of people don't realize. That's why a lot of us as a community, we can relate. Doesn't matter if you're black, brown, Asian, or white, man. There's a lot of times what really happened inside the household. Now, this is making me psychologically think, like, what made P Diddy do this? What kind of traumas did he grow up? Besides his poverty, living in the hood, making a success, and telling people now that, hey, I'm this type of person, I'm that type of person, but his actions are speaking different. So it just makes you think, like, because if you're the abuser, then also you have been abused in most cases, you know. For me, I had a lot of anger. I mean, to this day, my wife, she pointed something out to me like a year ago, right? She goes, "You got abandonment issues," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Nobody has left. Nobody has never left me." And I thought about it, man. My relationship, and I'll be transparent. I'm gonna keep it real. My relationship with my mother. And if you guys heard me like 10 minutes ago, I was telling you how I had my differences with my mom after her abuse. I didn't want to hear her abuse anymore, so I just ended up like wilding out. I took that mindset and boom, went on the streets and conducted it on other people, man. So it's just crazy, man. If I would advise, people who have domestic violence, sexual abuse, mental abuse, and so forth, look for some help, man. Because the next thing after that is addiction, suicide attempts, and having low self esteem. I hate to see people like that, man. I could tell in people's eyes, man. When I go around people, man, I could tell right away, bro. Like what type of person, what type of environment. A lot of people said, "Oh, I'm a good people person. I could read them real good." A lot of people think I heard a lot of people who have been incarcerated behind the scene, and yes, they could tell just mentally. But you could be a spiritual person and have that discernment as well. What I mean? Where God, would tell you, like, man, this person is evil. You got to understand, man. I had an evil mindset. I thought I was coming back. No way coming back. My mindset was evil, and not only that, like I said, one, if you've been violated in so many ways in different mindsets, man, you take that onto your upbringing, and then you treat your kids like that. And that's why you see a lot of, like, oh, their fathers or their uncles, what I mean, sexually abusing their nieces or going out there raping or whatever. They keep that same mindset. You know what I mean? Cause and effect, man. I always believe in cause and effect. What caused this guy to do this? What caused P Diddy, what I mean, to do the type of activities that he was doing? He must have been affected, maybe. Or the only thing I could think of is the experience, man. Somewhere on this power line, he came into a situation like, man, what I mean, yeah, I could do this and be a pervert, and he just gasped it all at one time, got that whole rush, and became a freaking sick man. Dude. Like, dude, that is just crazy, man. That's pretty cool, man. But there is help and there's resolutions, man. It's just there's hope for us, man. And things are always subject to change. You think you get away with it, man? People are saying, "Oh, you guys have been saying this guy, he's going down." Dante Diaz says, "Thank you, Debbie. It takes some time to work on yourself and achieve and success. Keep at it. I appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Music, basketball, and video games help me escape the world in a way. In a way, yeah, some things. Hey, gangs did for me too. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, man. And I almost got killed many a times. You know what I mean? I lost a family member to it. You know, that's what we're looking for. When you're abused and you're going through all that, man, you don't even care if you die or not, man. You're just trying to find some kind of escape, right? It could be the simplest thing, right? You know what I mean? My rejection, my neglection, man. You know, that my mom didn't show me love and compassion. I already had my father was gone, you know, and right now I'm still working on it, people. So a lot of people are like, man, you have your mothers, man, that, you know what I mean, that, man, are survivors. Or if you know somebody who's a survivor, man, make sure you give them a pat on their back, man. You know what I'm saying? Please, man, you know. Always check in with people, man. That's what I like to do. I just check in with people. Hey, how you doing? Hey, support this channel. You guys know my character, man. You guys been rocking with me, almost 1,000 subscribers. You guys know my personality, my character. Discriminate. Abuse doesn't discriminate. You know, it doesn't. Go to the gym to work out. Yeah, yeah, that helps out a lot too, man. You know, exercise. You know, takes away a lot of your not only you know your anxiety, man, but stress. You know your chain of thought, man. It's a a good way to settle. That's why I'm all you know. I try to get to the gym, do activity as much as I can, man. It'll never go away. It'll always be behind your mindset, right? But you can't take away who you are and what you've done, man. You know, you can only ask for forgiveness. You can't take away who you are, what you've done, and the mistakes that you've done in the past. All you could do is ask for forgiveness, man. P Diddy, he's gonna be asking for forgiveness, man. That's all you could do, man. If anything, plead to God, man. You know, but God's not like a genie, man. He can't just tell you, he ain't gonna rub the lamp. You know what I'm saying? And just ask, hey, Lord, can you get me out? Like, I don't work like that. Uh-uh. You know, you got to face it, man. You got to face it. I tried to live in the solution. I think he was sick of greed and fame and fortune, but I don't know him exactly. You know, that's what I'm saying. Greed and fortune, man, could take you one way. Maybe somebody, you know what I mean, told him something and got his ear all wet. And from that point, man, you know what I'm saying? Who knows, man? He got a wet willy in his ear, man. He was just like, heck yeah, man. This feels a little good, man. Plus a little money, like, like, bah, come on, dude. Freaking wake up, P. Diddy. Something must have happened, Diddy, to make him turn out. I'm telling you, right? Cause and effect, man. Cause and effect, man. And the way he is, I don't know. He needs help. I mean, you don't hear that from uh, um, Nas, right? Nas is another one. I don't hear that from Busta Rhymes. I don't hear that from Wu Tang Clan. And we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But see, when a certain person, you know, has accusations against him, right? We were talking about this, right? And then you got to look at his crowd and his community, right? So we don't know all those New Yorkers out there, man. I doubt it. I doubt it. I would hope to. Like you said, we already see Jay-Z's already, you know, Kanye West separated himself from him. You know, a lot of people have separated themselves with accusations, you know, Shine, you know, the rapper, and so many other people as women, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, hanging around with that crowd, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know, man. Uh, you know, people known him, man, and they already separated himself from him. That's some straight up stuff, man. Let's talk about that, man. What's sad is in prison won't help him. It won't. It's not. He's gonna be in there for a long time, man. Yeah, he's gonna be in there for that long time. It's sad to know that his reputation is just like there's always a beginning, a middle, and an end. And his reputation just ended very sorrowful, very unpleasant, man. And like I said, he ain't. Who knows? They might treat him wherever he's busted at. The feds. Who knows, man? Who knows? You know, who knows what his community, you know, his people are when he goes in there and you know, how they're gonna tolerate it, man. You know, like I said, I seen a little clipping of R. Kelly. He's in the joint in the feds, and yeah, there he was singing, and he's up to par with his voice, man. I couldn't believe it, and he's still alive. You know what I'm saying, and I wouldn't want any harm to any man, man. But every charge, man, has consequences. You know, and sexual battery and sexual assault and all that stuff. It's not really a good thing depending where you go because in California, most likely in those type of prisons, you're done. You are done. Those they don't tolerate that type of abuse because you know they have mothers, aunts, daughters, cousins, and the first thing that they're thinking of is boom. What's that? Yeah, hello, actions. Only God knows his redeems. Yeah, and only God could save him. Only God's gonna forgive him. You know what I'm saying? And Don says, yeah, lot to laugh, wet Willie. That's all it took, man. Hit that like button, subscribe. There you go, man. Hit that like button, man. Appreciate you all. All right, but it's been an hour and a half, man. It's been a pleasure for having you guys come out here. Thank you guys for supporting, my channel. I really, really, really thank you guys because you guys are the ones that are making this channel. It's not me. We all have a subscription. Everybody, pretty much, has a YouTube channel. Believe it or not, if you have an account on YouTube, you just got to go out there and put stuff out, man. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be, just come out there. I think a lot of us have a lot of talent, and like I said, I'm almost at 1,000, man, 1K. It's been a long time in the making, but like I said, I do it for fun, people. Right? I'm in no hurry. I'm in no race. I need to get where I think we could go with this platform right here, and it's only going to get better, right? Let's just continue to keep ourselves educated. Let's keep having a purpose in our lives. Let's keep loving, and respecting those who love us and respect us back. You guys are my community. You guys are my family. You guys are my friends. I really don't ask for much, besides, hey, if you're going to come out here, hit that like button. You're going to subscribe, share the content, man. But other than that, we good, man. You guys are on here daily. You guys go check it out, and I really appreciate that, man, from the bottom of my heart. Really respectfully and humbly, and I thank you guys, for coming out here and taking the time off your day and spending time with not only me but with us, right? The familia, Big D's family, right? That's how we do it. Orale, homie, where you from? Ah, you guys see my videos? Have you guys seen my videos and my clippings, man? People make books. People, they talk about it. They're all. I got clippings, and there's a lot of us. If you go see that video, man, prison bound, the California prison bound, you're gonna see some real thugsters, right? And like I said before, they don't say the N word. You see homeboys, they look in shape. Separating themselves from the gangsters, man. You know what I'm saying? From today's gangsters, it's just like, the new generation, how they conduct themselves and how they represent themselves. Earlier, I was alive and I was talking about that, right? I said, shout out to Krusty. We were on his channel talking about the other day, man. Him with No More Locked Doors, I believe, right? We were out there just doing our thing and just keeping it real, right? Remember, keeping it real is just keeping it humble, right? Keeping it safe, keeping it blessing, keeping it encouraging, you know, it's all the positive stuff, man. So no egotistic behind it. I don't want you guys to misinterpret what keeping it real. Like, oh, keep it real, homie. Like, not like that, man. Keep it transparent. Keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? Wow, look at all those good. You know what I'm saying? Those T-shirts on. T-shirts. I'm gonna brand it. I'm gonna brand it, stamp it. Let's go. Hey, but with that being said, man, with everybody, man, you guys have a good night, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully your Monday has been pleasant. And like I said, man, let's continue to pray for our community, man. Support one another and help one another when time is needed. With that being said, Big D is down. I thank you guys. And even though, man, let's just send a little prayer out to P Diddy, man. Hopefully everything is all right. Even those who have been assaulted and so forth, man. Because like I said, sometimes people we have the tendency to find that heart to forgive, man, and that's it's going to be. I hope those are or really say that they're going to back up, that they're all, I'll back you up, P Diddy, all the way to the end. I hope they really come out and support this dude because he's going to need a lot of prayer and a lot of support, man. With that being said, man, it's your homie Big D, the homie who does it. Boom. With all you guys, Debbie, Dante Diaz, Amanda, Vanessa, homegirl, man. Action, no distractions. What up, my boy? And everybody else who made this live. Like I said, I came out with the Thai 602. Chamoy for sure. Yankees were for life. We on it, man. We on it, man. I'm telling you, we're expanding. We almost to that 1K, right? We almost to that 1K. I'm excited. But that being said, man, I'm out, guys. All right. Again, one more time. Stream it. Bah. Did you guys see that Canelo win? Bah. How does he say it? They ain't like us. Good night. Oh my God, dude.